All right, Xfinity, Kansas. Setup. 16-1 plus 2, 57. Standard. Same setup as last time we were at Kansas, but the track conditions are different. I don't remember what last time we were here was, but I thought it was top both ends for hot lap. Whereas here, I know it's top of 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4 because of the colder track temperature. And then long run, I actually was able to do a long run with my Patreon group lesson today. So I'm not actually going blind into the long run as per usual. I thought it was going to be a right rear burner, but it turns out it's a right front burner. If you drive the bottom, which you should for at least the first half, 2/3 of the run. Then the top gets good. You can carry like half throttle into here. It's going to get a lot looser on lap 1 than on lap 2. So that's why lap 2 is probably the hot lap. It just doesn't grip up as well. We're going to run the top of 3 and 4 just to get the run up. I don't think it makes much of a difference, but you might as well. Maybe if you want like 2 chances at a decent lap time, then you run bottom both times. See, it sticks a lot better when we go half throttle here. Just trying to keep that car just slightly pitched, but never weight shifting back towards the wall. Slightly late apex there so that we can get a really good slide up off this corner. Yeah, that should be close. Like within a tenth of what you want to be. I think someone will get into the 3s at this track temperature. Let me check what the track temperature is. But I think a 4 is completely serviceable. Track temperature is 87. So yeah. That's pretty cool as far as Kansas daytime goes. All right. So to work the top of 1 and 2 here, only thing you really have to worry about is to get the wheel turned early enough. A lot of people don't turn the wheel early enough when running the top. You really want to make sure, just like I say time and time again running the bottom, make sure that your nose is pointed where you want the car to go before you enter the corner. And that is no different running the top than running the bottom. I want to be plastered along this seam here. So I point my car there, and I'm able to get that car very easily there. Now, the margin of error is a lot larger on new tires, so you don't have to worry about too much on new tires, but it also just helps keep the car under control. I noticed I was getting a little loose here. You might not even want to be full throttle here, like I'm full throttle. You might just want to ride 80 and not slide the tires. That's a possibility. I was just trying to squeeze as much as I could. And then I kind of breeze past the exit here. It's trivial because as long as you are making sure that your nose is pointed in the right direction throughout the whole corner, the exit's just going to happen. Like, you're not going to have to prepare for it at all. When people start screwing up is when they let their nose point back up towards the wall, then they have to kind of catch the car off the wall. So I'm like working really hard at making sure my nose never gets to that point. 3 and 4, I'm going for a slightly late apex. You can go a little bit earlier, or it's more just about how your entry turns out. But you still, again, point the car before you enter the corner. Go about, you don't have to go full off throttle. I do. I think you can get away with going half throttle here. But I just like getting more aggressively back into throttle. That's just more of a me style of driving. And then that's not ideal to slide there. I thought I was going to be able to get away with this exit without a slide. I think that was just a little bit of a mistake. I think I could have gotten off this corner without slipping a tire and getting those few extra hundredths off of it. But it's all about that entry. Turn in early, but delay when your apex is. Drive the car a little bit tight, and then loosen up the wheel. Let the car come to you. Okay. In terms of long run, we've mapped this out pretty well. If you're doing something in a short run aspect, then you want to be top of 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4. If you're doing a long run and you really think that it's going to be a long run, I would run bottom of 1 and 2 for like 15 laps at least. and bottom of 3 and 4 as well. And then at some point you'll go to top at 1 and 2, bottom 3 and 4, and then at some point you'll actually go to the top of 3 and 4 as well. The bottom actually wears more right front than right rear, which is really good because the top just destroys your right rear. So I kind of recommend to drive. You don't want to go out of your way to drive it tight, especially if it's causing a snap on exit. But you do want to save your right rear by running this bottom. I even there, I think I slid the right rear a little bit too much. We're really trying to take care of this right rear by running this bottom. If it even means pedaling the throttle a little bit to avoid that little slide there at the end, I'd do that. And then sometimes even a little brake tap on entry at 3. Gotta be a little bit patient. See, it's only a 0.2 of a second, 0.3 of a second slower than my qual attempt. So it's like a viable line for sure. Now, if you're in a short run and you're getting just demolished by people trying to run the top, yeah, that's not good. So that's why if you get a little bit of space, you can do this line. Especially in 1 and 2, if you're going for position or like trying to defend position, just running the top is better. But anyways, let's say that we've run like 15 laps here. Tires are getting old, bottoms falling off. And we just run this high line where we let out early. Might even have to pull lift later in the run. And then just kind of run up on this top lane. Try not to cross the seam. You can cross the seam on entry, but it has to be controlled. You can't just be diving in. It's kind of a delicate balance to keep your nose pointed downward, but still not crossing the seam. That's kind of like the most technical part about it. So this will really destroy your right rear. And your right front, to be honest with you. It'll destroy both. So, for as much as you can, get away with running the bottom. Don't sacrifice track position for it, I don't think. I mean, it all depends on per race, but usually you don't want to sacrifice track position for tires when you can just rip the top for the entire run. Might not be the fastest, but you'll defend position. We went over in the group lesson today about really how to run that top line effectively and being able to hit it 100% of the time without hitting the wall. It's too much of a topic for a video here, but it's really just about keeping consistent, driving in the top like it were any other line and not treating it with any special ideas one way or another just because it's this thing that seems more foreign. It's really just a lane on the racetrack at the end of the day. So see, already really destroying the right rear. So keep that in mind.